Hello everyone and welcome to the Listening Room. I'm Joseph Giunta, the music director and conductor, and I hope you're all happy. And for those of you that attended our first concert last month, I hope you enjoyed it. It was one of the most successful season openers that I've ever conducted with this orchestra, and I think the people that attended it really enjoyed it. We played pieces by Shostakovich and Tchaikovsky, and then we were joined by a new piece by the living American-Vietnamese composer Viet Quang, who made actually a surprise appearance with us on both of those concerts. He really fell in love with Des Moines, and especially its orchestra and the audiences that we play for him. He was very complimentary of everything that we did, and it was really a memorable weekend, not only for him, but certainly for all of us. So now we're ready to turn the page on another program, and we're going to begin with Jerod IMPICHCHAACHAAHA's TATE's Chokfi, and Chokfi means rabbit in Chickasaw. Jerod is a living Chickasaw classical composer, and he's a pianist. He graduated from my alma mater, Northwestern University, and the Cleveland Institute of Music. And his music has been performed by many orchestras throughout the United States, including the Dallas Symphony, the National Symphony, the Minnesota Orchestra, San Francisco, Detroit, and many more. Now, Chokfi was premiered in 2018, so it's a recent piece, and it features a character, in this case a rabbit, that is both fun and, of course, quite diabolical in its personality. There's even a popular tribal church hymn that's incorporated into this piece. This is a premiere for the Des Moines Symphony, and also will be my first time conducting it. So I hope you enjoy it. Chokfi by Jerod Tate. Next follows the renowned Czech piano, Lukáš Vondráček, and he joins us next for his interpretation of the gorgeous Romantic Concerto by Chopin, his second piano concerto. Now, Lukáš has been heralded all over the world since he won the first prize of the Queen Elizabeth competition in 2016. Critics have said that he's got this beautiful and tender tone and beautifully expressive musician, so I know that you're going to enjoy this because I actually heard Lukáš play this piece with the Chicago Symphony last May. It was absolutely the highlight of that concert, and it was immediately afterwards that I started the process of inviting him here to Des Moines. I can't tell you how excited I am to present him with the Des Moines Symphony, and I know that you'll not want to miss this special talent. Lukáš Vondráček playing the Chopin Second Concerto with us. And finally, the remarkable Dvorak Sixth Symphony closes our program. Now, for those of you that know that Dvorak wrote 9 symphonies, you'll know that the numbering system is kind of quite disorganized, but this was actually known as his first symphony for many years because his music had been numbered by publication rather than when they were composed, and stands out even today as one of his very best works. It was composed in 1880, and Dvorak was only 39 years old, and it took him less than 2 months to compose, so the piece came quite easy for him. I find the work completely irresistible. It's full of opulent Czech folk songs and beautiful melodies and interesting harmonies, and whenever I listen to this piece, I always think that I wish it would go on for 20 more minutes. It just seems to go by so quickly when I'm listening to it. The first movement grows immediately to this big, grandiose proportions and effectively uses his craft to weave the mysterious and kind of unsettledness to this movement. But it's a magnificent movement, and one that is really grand and quite bohemian. The second movement is a slow movement, an adagio, and this for me is just completely from another world. For those of you that were at the Tchaikovsky Fifth Concert last month, it's similar to that second movement where that solo French horn play gets us to a different place, and this is very much similar to that. It's expressive and it's beautifully melancholy, romantic, and quite atmospheric. So It's gorgeous and peaceful, and audiences seem to love it. Now, the third movement is a complete contrast to what we've heard. It's a brilliant furiant, and a furiant is a Czech dance that alternates between twos and threes. It's in 3/4 time. Ba ba da ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba. 1 2 3 1 2 3 da 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 dee da da. So there's two and threes. We call those hemiolas in music, and that's straight from Brahms' playbook, actually. So you've got this wonderful rhythm that combines energy and spirit, and boy, is it exciting to listen to. I know when I'm listening to it in an audience, it's hard for me to stay in my seat. It's just so moving and so contagious, the spirit and energy of it. And then the finale, well, the finale for me is reminiscent of the very first movement, that kind of what I talked about, the majesty and the expansiveness of the movement. It's all there, and it's all there in a very brilliant way as it works through the gorgeous sort of bohemian landscape and the traditional life of the people and so on. It comes to a wonderfully fitting end, wonderfully celebratory and exciting, and audiences just seem to love it. And I'm trying to think if I've ever performed this piece without a standing ovation, but I suspect I haven't because the music is just so wonderful at the end. Now, this was the first Dvorak symphony I ever conducted in the early 1970s, and I think maybe the reason for that is because I had been so influenced by Eugene Ormandy and the Philadelphia Orchestra when I was growing up in New Jersey. I grew up only 20 miles from Philadelphia, and my parents and I were constant attenders of the Philadelphia Orchestra. So every time I perform it, I think of that wonderful orchestra performing it. And now since those days, I've actually conducted it 7 times in 3 different countries. And that includes, by the way, two performances in Des Moines. The most recent was in 2009. And then, of course, the 2 that I'll be doing here this coming weekend. So this is a concert it's full of variety and outstanding virtuosity. And, we just can't wait for you to hear this concert. Join us on October 18th at 7:30 and October 19th at 2:30 in the Civic Center. And click on the links below to hear some of my favorite recordings of these pieces. We'll see you at the Symphony.